which one would I choose between the two? I'm on the fence because Hey you guys, it's your girl Funmi-Layo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like this video because it helps other people to see the video, and make sure to subscribe because we have awesome content on this channel. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum versus Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. So we're going to be seeing which one I prefer and just comparing the two together. First of all, we're going to talk about the packaging. So they have the same packaging. The Extrait, it's red, and then the normal Eau de Parfum is white, and it looks just like this. So it's a pretty packaging, it's pretty big, and this is the packaging for the 2.4 ounce. So they come 2.4 ounces, and they also come in a bottle that is 6.8 ounces. So for the 2.4 ounces for the Extrait de Parfum, it normally retails at $435 at the majority of retailers that I've seen, such as Neiman Marcus, Saks, Nordstrom. And for the Baccarat Rouge 540, just the Eau de Parfum, this one normally retails at $300 for the 2.4 ounces. Let me just confirm to be sure. Oh, it's actually saying $325. So this one is normally at $325. But have no fear, for a lot of these retailers, they'll run sales. You can go on different websites. I got this one from Net-a-Porter's, and it was cheaper, and they have coupon codes. So you can pretty much find your way to find a deal. And I have other videos also. Check out my other videos reviewing both of these separately. It's not a comparison video, and also saying how I got them for less and what website I used or what coupon code I used. So that's that for these. So let's go into the packaging. As you can see, well, not necessarily the packaging, but the containers. So they both look the same. Just one is lighter and then one is this dark red. And I really love this dark red. This is beautiful. It's such a rich color, and it's very befitting for the fragrance. So let's go into the notes for both fragrances. So for the Eau de Parfum, the notes are jasmine, saffron, cedarwood, and ambergris. And for the Extrait, the notes are the grandiflorum jasmine from Egypt, saffron, the bitter almond from Morocco, cedarwood, musky woody accord, and ambergris. So as you notice, the Extrait just has bitter almond from Morocco and that musky wood accord. So that's the difference between the Extrait and the normal Eau de Parfum. Then also, it's also saying like the jasmine is from Egypt with the Extrait, and you know that the bitter, and also has the bitter almond, and that the bitter almond is from Morocco. So I definitely, in terms of the difference with the notes, I can definitely smell, I think, the impact of that bitter almond and the additional musky wood accord, because I feel like this one smells more muskier for sure. It's a richer fragrance, and that bitter almond, I feel like, gives this a more caramelized scent. Like, to me, this smells like caramelized sugar. I've never smelled caramelized sugar, but how I imagine it to smell is like this. So there's that. It just smells very like rich and like the nutty, that almond. Yeah, I get that from this as well. And this just, it smells so nice. It's such a rich fragrance. You can smell that it's concentrated. You can smell that, you know, it's a lot of oils in this. It's not something where you're like, oh, I just spent so much money and I can't really smell like that. They put the work in there. But I feel like when I smell this, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is very well blended Extrait de Parfum, and it all goes together very well, and it just smells very rich. And you can definitely tell that this is way more concentrated than this one. This is more lighter. This gives like a lighter sugary smell, more so cotton candy vibes. I like this though. I like this, and it's very like, this is very bold in the sense that it's just such a rich fragrance. Like, it's not overpowering unless like you haven't eaten that day. Then it could probably give you like a headache, or depending on who you are, it could just make you feel like, nah, that's too much. But this one is but I still think this is good. However, this one is more of a safer bet. This is more everyday. This is more occasions. This one just smells very new money. This smells old money. This smells more refined. This smells more to me more like just like feminine, light but memorable. I feel like the projection with this one is more, in my opinion. I feel like when you spray it, you can just smell it more just out, versus I feel like this one sits more onto your skin. Like I find myself just more so putting my wrist to my nose to smell it more. But I do smell this more. This one kind of does that peekaboo. You smell it sometimes you don't smell it, but this one kind of does that too as well. But I do know, like, you know, if I put my nose to my wrist, I'm gonna smell something. So that's the thing with this fragrance. They both last well, you know what, to be honest, I feel like this one lasts longer. I do feel like the Extrait lasts longer. I was gonna say they last about the same, even though like this is peekaboo, but I do think like you can smell this on you longer, in my opinion. Like if I spray this on this wrist and I spray the Extrait on the other wrist, if I smell both of them, like let's say 10 hours after, I'm more likely to smell this than to smell this one. However, what I will say with the Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum is that the clothing that I wear and like the wig that I wear when I spray it, like when I take my clothes off for the day, like if I come back and like I pick up that wig, or you know, like, you know, you're sifting through laundry and you see that clothing item, I smell it distinctly. Like, so I think it's just because it plays games with your nostrils, but it's definitely potent in its own right as well. And I remember there was one time we went somewhere at this restaurant. It was a group of us. The lady was like, somebody smells good. And everybody was like, oh, well, I didn't spray anything. I did spray something, but I was just kind of I was trying to wait it out to see like, to see whether it could be anybody else. But I had a feeling though that it was me. And I sprayed this Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum with the Gentle Fluidity. And it was interesting because I wasn't even that close to the lady, but she said that when we were walking up, she just like smelled a whiff, like the wind that came with us. And so, you know, since nobody else sprayed anything, it was me. So there's that. So we do know that, I guess would that be the sillage is good with this one. So something to keep in mind. I do think that this is more so like the closer you are to somebody. However, it is still strong. It's hard to describe. It's just a very concentrated fragrance. That's the best way I can describe this. But yeah, it's definitely, I do still feel like this is worth the price point. I can see why, but this is still very good as well. So basically with both of these, I think they're great fragrances. This one is really good as well, even though this one, it definitely smells more concentrated and definitely smells like I spent money. You definitely spent money on this one as well. And people always talking about them like going to different rooms or whatever, like going to different places, and when they leave the room, somebody will be like, they know that they were there. I personally have not experienced that with this, but I told you my little scenario at the restaurant with the lady. But I definitely still have to wear this more places. But I do have to be honest, I have not worn this out. I've just been wearing this in the house for the last couple of days. This is still like a recent buy, but I pretty much been I really like it, so I've pretty much been spraying it like every 2 days, every other day, like kind of thing, you know. So yes, I really like this, but the more that I try it out, I'm going to come to you guys with an updated review and let you guys know how it performs in terms of compliments or people saying they can smell me or they can't smell me, because you know that is something that we always want to know. But just for my personal joy, I really like this, and I can smell myself like going to bed wearing this. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely nice. Which one would I choose between the two? That is tricky because, okay, I feel like I smell this more so I can smell this more clear on my skin. However, I don't know, like when I go out, whether people would be able to smell this more on me. I'm not sure. I do remember though, at the store, when I tested this fragrance out for the second time, it just meshed so well with my body chemistry. And I went to a different store and somebody was like, oh my goodness, you smell good. So, and that the clerk was, I want to say like, well, I don't even want to estimate how far away he was from me, but he wasn't too far away from me, but he wasn't like too close. So gives you a hint, like he could smell it on me, but I really have not tested it out. So I can't say for sure how it would perform in that light. I do know obviously that this one you can smell on me when I go out. But I think that, cause that is one of the things I would consider. Another thing I would consider is just, how I feel wearing them. And I really feel good wearing both. This one feels more luxurious to me. Like this one just feels like, my gosh, like I definitely spent money on this and I'm proud of, the amount that I spent. Like I don't regret it. This one feels like, yes, I'm going out. Like it's more, I don't know how to describe it, but I would choose this one. If I had to have just one of these, or I would say this one, just because I feel like this is more everyday like. I feel like you can wear this more places. This is a little bit more concentrated. However, I'm on the fence because this is a lot of money. They're both a lot of money. But like when you spray this, you spent a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like it's just such a unique fragrance to me. Honestly, I haven't smelled all the perfumes, but I haven't smelled anything like this. So although I initially said this, I am really torn. But for your first purchase, I would say get the original. If I was to recommend somebody to get one of these two, I would say get the original. Though I kind of agree more with the Extrait de Parfum for the Baccarat Rouge 540. I just really like it. I feel like this is more me, honestly. The Extrait is more me, but I still would say get this first because this is just such a nice fragrance and it's just so versatile. It layers well with other perfumes. I have not tried to layer this one yet because it is very concentrated alone. Like it's something. Except one time I did spray these two together and yeah, it's pretty bold. And this was just me testing it out in the house. But I would recommend this one just because I feel like you could wear it more places, a more everyday type of wear if you would be even wearing this every day. It's lighter. This is more airy. This one, I feel like if you're a man though, I would get this one. If you're a man and you like something a little bit like more statement like, I would get this one. But if you want something just like more memorable but still light and like fresh but sweet, I would get this one. So I would just recommend somebody get this one to start off with, and then you can layer it with other fragrances. But I kind of feel like this is more me and this is more statement like. If you had to choose a blind buy between the two of these, choose this. Don't choose this. But don't even blind buy this though, because it is really expensive. But if you had to blind buy either one of these items, I would choose this one. If you just want something that you can wear for special occasions and it just be like, wow, like really you want to really pop. I feel like, or really just be distinct. Although a lot of people have these fragrances, to be honest, like literally every perfume haul has these. I would say get this one. Although this projects more, I just feel like this is just more, I don't know. This is just more like, just it's just different. This is just more different. I would say that one. But all in all, my recommendation, if you are a first-time buyer of any of these perfumes and you're struggling between the two, I would say just try this one first, and then, you know, move on to this one. But you can really go to the store and test them both out and see how you feel with both of them on your skin. But I am glad that I have this one, but I am really falling in love with this one. And I've only had it for like, I want to say almost 2 weeks now. 2 weeks or a little bit over 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm estimating. But yeah, that is my review of these two. Let me know what you think. Comment down below your thoughts. I hope I described them well enough for you guys. It's kind of tough, you know, describing fragrances, but I tried my best. And let me know what other things that you guys would want to know in the future for fragrances. I will also be doing a perfume haul soon. And there is one other fragrance from them that I have my eye on. I don't think, though, I will get it this year. But subscribe, because you just don't know, okay? But yes, stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.